Feel good though.
It do. This smoke feeling toasty.
Yo. We back, man. 40 Central Podcast, episode 240, featuring Queen. We're here. Sorry for the delays. We had a bunch of technical difficulties. We tried to figure it out. We figured it out for you guys, and we are here. We're not gonna talk no nonsense. We're just gonna get into it today. But before that, I do want to apologize. Last week, it was on me. We was not here. I'm dealing with a bad toothache, and I could not do it last week, so I apologize. It's nobody else's fault but mine. But we are here this week. We still bring you this episode. But we do have a special guest in the building.
Yes.
I feel like I heard yes.
You already know it's your girl Queen. I am here, blessed and highly favored. Thank you guys for even having me here. It's a good Thursday.
Listen, they trying to stop us. They've been trying to stop us all day.
They've been trying to stop us, but it's something when you got that strength, that real energy, that real reason why you need to be here, using your voice.
Right.
This is the reason why we have this platform, because there is going to be stops in the world. But as long as we able to come together and let people know what's going on, you're doing the right thing. So that's for sure.
So just for a quick overview for the people out there, we actually met you, and it's been some time now.
It's been a few years.
Right? We came to a... What would you want to call that? Like a soft listening party?
It
what
was
that?
a soft listening party. I wanted to say it was more like a tiny desk. It was like a tiny desk in the Bronx.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
Right. No, it was just a music release party.
Okay.
I mean, a video release party. Wasn't that what that was?
It was a music video release.
Right.
And he was able to drop a few songs and also get interviewed. It was a lot of things going on.
Yeah. So we met that day.
Yes.
That was some time ago. This was very much overdue.
Yes.
Life happens, things happen, COVID happened. You was actually doing a lot. You was going on. You did like a podcast tour for a while.
Yeah. I was moving around, doing more with my voice. Other than hosting, I understood that I can do other things in interviewing and being on different platforms, as in this, podcasting and getting the ideas of where and how to use what it is that I do.
But even though when we first met, like I told you earlier before, I felt like you was very opening and welcoming, and you have that aura to you where you can sit down and somebody. You had a conversation with us and with me personally, like we were just all chopping it up and. Like it was like it just felt like you can do this.
Yes.
And then when you went on your little podcast tour, I watched a little and I was like, oh shit, okay, I see you doing your thing. You be promoting a lot of things. But then I asked you earlier, I was like, well, what did you say that you used to do? Was you said that you was like
Well, the idea right now, I've been using my voice recently for the last few years, I say. But right now, my goal is to do a talk show. I want to bring back talk shows. I want to bring back the audience. I want to bring back real feel, real energy, like real questions and answers and everything going on right in front of people's face. Because it was something about going a part of a talk show and hearing testimonies right there and then, like what's going on, the real tears, the real laughs, the real emotions, all of those things needs to come back where people can be more comfortable to communicate, And sometimes it takes that one person to be able to talk to every single person in all walks of life. But everybody can feel like one level person. No one feels higher, no one feels lower. Everyone feels comfortable enough to express their feelings, their true feelings. So that is the goal that I am reaching for this year, 2024, is to have my own talk show. It will be called In the Ring with Queen. Once again, this is all about feelings. So I used to work in a boxing gym where we know 12 rounds is never going to be the same. Every round is going to give you a different feel, a different emotion. You could be winning, you could be losing, but at the end of the day, the goal is to finish that 12 rounds. And that's basically what I want, is to test the people with their emotions. Let's get back into it. Let's tap back into it and be able to hear what people really have going on in their life, in their world, in order for us to do any kind of change, So that is my goal.
Like a better Dr. Phil.
If I can. If I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what will be like some things that you want to talk about on your talk show?
So, recently I've been in situations where it has taken me back into childhood and childhood traumas and even generational curses. I've understand that most of these things continuously happen because we don't talk about it. We're not comfortable enough to go through the hurt and feel the wounds again, enough to even say, this is a situation that is not okay, but it's okay to feel. And really tapping back into your childhood, the way how you used to feel, what made you feel good, what didn't feel good when you was younger, and just really, once again, it's all about the emotions and really talking about today's world, younger world, your youth world, like all the different things, because we all lived in different worlds in our life where it changes, and especially through the pandemic has changed. And it went so fast for us, we didn't get a chance to slow down and feel, and we have to start feeling again. So I think that's really how I want to move with that talk show, is to really get the up and down roller coaster feels. And out of that, you're gonna feel so refreshed because you got a lot of things off your chest, off your shoulders. Most of the times we can't even progress in our life because we have that part of a situation that we've never got a chance to fix and to mend, or even to tell anybody what's going on. So it's just a hold until you get a chance to let it go, release, let someone hear it enough for you to know if it's right or if it's wrong.
Like a big ass therapy session.
Come on. And it's needed. It's needed. Before they used to tell us that we don't need therapy, but we do. We need someone to talk to.
I used to tell myself I didn't need therapy all the time. I probably still do tell myself that, but deep back in my mind, I know I do.
Yes, I know I do.
I always also just feel like I can make it and I can do it. So that may be a downfall, but that also may make me stronger. Like, so it's like a up and down in my mental for it, because my mental is horrible. Especially at this point in time. Like, a lot of people think that, oh yeah, you come up there, you look happy, you do that shit. Sometimes I leave here and I'm out of it. Yeah.
Yes.
So I come here and I show face and stuff like that, and I'm not afraid to say that.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's like the first step to admitting it and accepting it. But maybe I might need therapy. But
acknowledgement, right? But see, because we don't talk about it so much, it makes us feel like we can deal with our own problems. But we do need each other, and it may not be you may not be able to talk to everybody about every situation, but you have to know who and what you direct your situation to.
He thinks we're gonna die.
Huh?
He thinks.
I mean, the effects, guys. This is
I'm not comfortable.
Can we turn it off?
I'm just saying I'm not comfortable.
It's a fact. Don't look at the back.
Turn it off.
But we can turn it off. We can turn it off. Yeah. Yep. We good. If I get a little lightheaded, guys.
Yeah,
That was crazy.
I seen it in his face.
But yeah,
one thing I want to say though, I feel like, and this is probably just my feelings, but when I do this is my therapy.
That's it is. You need to talk, right? You get a chance
Sometimes
to
I get it out. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I say something. Sometimes I'm happy. Sometimes but this is like my form of therapy.
Yes, it is. And you know what you also are doing? You're helping your brothers as well. Because even if you just ask one question and it gets them to talk, even if you're not even being able to talk or get things off your chest, allowing others to get things off their chest is the works itself. You're doing exactly what you're supposed to do. So even having this podcast is a form of therapy, correct? And we just need more people with more positive mindsets to be behind the mic, because we do see more people with podcasts, but it's not doing anything in helping our community, anything of helping the people into the next level of their future, of their career, especially coming down from our children. But if we can't fix ourselves, we can't fix the kids. So we do have to make sure that these platforms are positive enough to get the change and feel to those people out there, because the things that you guys talk about definitely relates back to the people back home. So continue doing what you're doing. Use this platform as your therapy so others can know that it is okay to talk.
Well, when you start your show, we want to be there. I
Of
might
course.
need to come on there
Of course.
and talk about my traumas.
Come on. Why not? Why
You going
not?
on too?
Yeah, of course.
Why not
do
be a
it.
fixed person? We have too many broken people walking around right now, especially here in New York City. It's so many stress. There's so much things going on where people just have to brush it underneath the rug and continue going on with their life, because jobs have to keep going. Kids have to get picked up. You got to do the stuff at job. It's so many tasks that we go through in life that we do have to figure out if we want to just forget about it or work through it.
Bills gotta be paid. What
so.
did you just posted that, right? And on your thing
Posted what?
about how expensive it is to live in New York.
In New York.
Yeah.
You just posted that, right?
Yeah, in order to live in New York and be comfortable, you have to make $130,000 a year. Single. Joint, I think is 330 something thousand.
Yeah, it's something you posted.
To be comfortable.
According to the might have been CBS News, one of those news stations. But yeah, so that just goes to show like the state of New York right now.
Yes.
And the cost of living here
And
everything that comes with it.
just to know that not even half of the people that live here make that much money. So
Not even 70%
the
of
amount
them.
of people that's living here, how are we surviving? How are we doing it? If that's the way of comfortability, but we're making it happen and we're not even there. And that's the sad part, because that's why most people in New York are going through so much. It's the high, the payment, the
Cost of
rent, the
living.
cost of living is just too high. It becomes the number one stress of the people here in New York City. So,
But that's also a part of the thing that makes New York so unique as well. And that's what separates us from so many other people, is that, like, the saying goes, as corny as it sounds, if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. Like,
you really
yeah,
can.
because here you really
you really can.
especially when you start from nothing and you make yourself into something. Most people can't do that,
It's
especially
hard.
here, because even making it to a supervisor level at your job, you're still living paycheck to paycheck. So being a supervisor is not even enough anymore. So it's like, what options are out there now to help you get to where you want to be comfortable? How many
Yes.
jobs are offering
Come on
$130,000?
now.
Principals aren't even making that.
Come
much money.
on.
So
That's crazy.
when you really think about it, if your principal's not even making that much money, like, what are we working towards at this point?
Yes.
And I think that's a real conversation to have.
It
That
really
is.
is.
But do you think that like principals? I mean, I do think that they should be getting paid that.
Yeah.
Much, but do you think that they really looked at to get that much money? Because I feel
What
like
do
the
you mean?
educational system, like, they don't pay them enough in general, teachers, anything like that. So why would I feel like the principal's gonna get that?
Oh, you mean teachers? So you saying
just in general, the
Well-
whole educational
well-
system, they don't really make as much as they should be making.
they don't? But just
so
imagine a
I-
principal taking control of all children,
Staff.
all staff, the things that goes on in the schooling.
I just feel like
I think it's
most
a
of the
lot.
people in schools are underpaid.
Yes.
Right? So to
Correct.
say that, just for me to be like, oh, a teacher's gonna make 130. I mean, probably, but not how I see that they treat the educators. It's not far fetched for them not to be making that,
Which
because
is
you
true.
see how much y'all underpaid.
Which is true.
Yeah.
But how do we fix that? And that's when we
don't.
have to.
You don't. I mean, again, difficult conversations that have to be had.
Yeah.
If we're gonna be the country that we want to be, do you put education first? When we value the dollar more than education,
Right.
Like, why would I do that? And then also you have the conversation about, like, do you make this education same for everybody, or do you make it so that way if you pay more, you get a better education?
That is true.
People have different philosophies when it comes to that. I mean, personally, I'm working hard enough so that way if I can afford to send my kids to a great school, I want to be allowed to do that. The downside of that is the people who can't afford it don't have that option.
Yeah.
But then you could also have a country ran where everybody has the same opportunities, everybody goes to the same type of schools, all the education is the same, and you got kids that are coming from families of 10 million in the school with kids that are living in poverty.
Yeah. That's really
Something
how it
to consider.
is. Yeah.
So which one would you rather have?
I mean, going into college is kind of the difference between like the public schooling and then college, which is the tuition base. So they actually are paying into their education. But should it start from early, or should it be just only a college thing of payment?
What about high school?
In high school, you know what I'm saying?
I feel like if you've worked hard enough for you to make enough money, for you to send your kids to private school, boarding school, a tuition-based school, Catholic school, then do it.
Yeah.
I'm perfectly fine with that.
Yeah.
Again, but you got to look at it both ways. If you take that option, then there's going to be a bunch of kids who are just as smart as those kids that are in Catholic schools and tuition-based schools that just can't
They
afford it.
just can't afford it. Yeah.
Shit, I was that kid.
Yes.
My parents couldn't afford to send me to a great school, and I had to go to regular public schools.
Right.
But I came out okay.
Right.
Doesn't stop you. That shouldn't stop you from doing what you want to do with your life.
Yes.
If you really want to do something, then yeah, you may have to get over more barriers, but there are people that have done the same thing that you're going through.
Yeah.
So it's not a good enough excuse to say that, oh, because of my poor education, I couldn't do this. No, there's too many other ways to educate yourself now. There's no excuses.
You definitely can.
With YouTube and TikTok and
YouTube University.
all of that, bro, it's like you could learn any skill like this. Now they're making it so that way you could just get courses online.
Yeah.
Like, you don't even need colleges anymore.
You
You
don't
could
even
just go
need
to
to
an
go
app and take a course and get
Harvard
certified.
is giving out like free courses online or something like that.
Yeah, so there's not as much barriers to great education as there once was.
Yeah.
So like 100 years ago, most people couldn't afford to go to college. So it was a very small population of people who had access to that type of education, which made the degree so valuable. Now, because anybody could get a student loan, anybody could get accepted into college with decent grades.
Yes.
The value, not only does the value of the degree go down, but also the skills that you're getting from it are diluted because everybody could get that.
Everybody can go. Yeah. Which is very true. Very true.
That was good.
Yeah. I didn't think of it like that, but that is true.
I mean, it could really get deep when it comes to education because there's so many different like avenues in which you could try to tackle it. But in the macro level, the big picture, at the end of the day, you need education. How you get it is going to be different for everybody.
Yes. That's it.
Because you have school, you have regular grade school, you have college, and you have home.
All right.
Those are the three different types of education you're going to, and then life. So that's 4.
Right.
So those are the 4 different types of education you're going to get that are going to be different for everybody.
Yes.
Everybody.
I agree.
And pay teachers and principals more.
That's
where I'm sorry, we went.
That's
the point.
We was on a tangent, but we started with teachers and principals getting paid more because they can't afford to live in New York City. That's absurd because you have these people taking care of your children,
thousands of kids.
So we need to make sure, especially in New York City, we have the biggest public education system in the world. So the teachers who are a part of that, the principals who are a part of that, the staff that are a part of that, need to be compensated appropriately.
Yes.
There's this one school, I forgot, I think it's in Manhattan. I forget it. But this girl I went to college with, she works there. And they have a base salary for teachers for $100,000. Starting. $100,000.
What kind of school is this?
I think it's a charter school.
Charter school. Okay.
Maybe. I'm not even 100% certain. But yeah, so their base salary is $100,000. Okay. Why? Because they want to incentivize teachers to stay.
Yes.
Hello.
I mean, if that's ain't that
Hello.
the point?
Hello. I don't think the math ain't that complicated. Like you want teachers to stay, you start with 6 figures.
Yes.
Maybe you probably gonna keep them for about 5 to 10 years, minimum. And that's teachers that don't like their job.
Yes.
So now imagine you got teachers and they love what they do, and you paying them that type of money.
Come on.
They never leaving.
They're never leaving. That is very true. That is
Base
very true.
at 100 and
Base was $100,000. I don't know how the
how the scale goes when you go up and down. Yeah, but that's
base
still,
starting. Everybody's starting at 100,000, and then based on your experience and stuff, of course, you can negotiate for more, like any other school.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well,
yeah, I gotta find out what school that is.
Yeah.
What's
your application in there?
I ain't saying all of that, but I think it is good to know what school that is.
But it is good to know for those educators that are out there that's trying to find placements that's going to make them live
But
in that.
Do you feel like those teachers, since they getting paid more, they giving more, like they giving the kids more, or no?
You're going to love it. You're going to put your all into it. These teachers don't even care right now. These kids are, they in and out. They don't care. But when you do get paid and you love what you do, then you're going to give them the best education.
When you wake up in the morning and feel like you're actually being compensated correctly for the skill set that you have, the skill set that you went to school and paid for, your approach to the game is a bit different. A lot of teachers leave because they feel like they're not getting paid enough, especially millennials, because we are not staying at jobs until we retire. So you got us for a good 3 to 5 years. If we're not paid the right amount of money, we looking for something else.
Yes.
And that's like us being nice. 3 to 5 years. These millennials now, us, we leaving 1, 2. Like, yo, I've been here 2 years and you ain't. Yeah, I'm
having out.
Yeah, like my zeros I ain't seeing more zeros at the end of my paycheck. So now, now we're starting to leave more. Before, the generation before us, the baby boomers and all that stuff, they would stay till 45, 50 and do the same job for 30 years. Day. We ain't trying to do that. We see these 10-year-olds making $1 million on TikTok.
Yes.
You ain't convincing me that I got to be here till I retire, bro.
Serious.
We not doing that. You're not convincing me.
I'm going to build my own pension. I'm going to build my own retirement. And yes, when you look at your parents or you look at the older generation, their goal setting was to give their all to someone's business for 30 plus years. And that is crazy to me, especially when you know for sure you're not getting paid the way that you want to. You may be not really doing a job that's your dream job, especially when you was a child. It doesn't make any sense to dedicate all of those years of something that you are not fully into. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you love working at the hospital in the first 5 years, but if you don't love it, why stick around? And that's the point where it's like, don't have the goal of pension, have the goal of love, or have the goal of happiness. What makes you happy? If it doesn't make you happy, do not serve that anymore. It doesn't make any sense. People are walking around more stressed than anything because their goal is 65. Their goal is a pension. Their goal is, so they wake up every morning still frustrated, stressed, whatever, because you see other people doing things they love and you haven't yet done it.
Yes, but I also think that generation, for them, that mentality made sense because that's what people did for like the last 200 years since this country's been here. So it's like that's all we've seen is people get up and go to work, get up and go to work,
correct,
work, retire. So I think we're the first group that's trying to break change that cycle. Yes. So I think for them it was different because one, there was no internet. So all they knew was
whatever they saw.
The scene in their 10-mile, especially if you live in the South. There's 10 of y'all in one little area. Yeah. So that's all they knew.
They read the paper or some shit.
Right. And Johnny from down the block, he been working at the factory for the last 35 years. He made decent money.
He knows, yeah.
Or the guy that been driving the truck for 25 years, he just retired. He's making decent money. You thinking, okay, I could do that too. Yeah. But now with the internet and the exposure to more information and education, we know that there are different routes to success.
Yes, it is.
You can't hide it anymore.
Yeah.
Before, you could convince somebody yo, I got this pension plan and I got this retirement plan. You put a little bit in here. By the time you leave, we got you. That made sense last generation. Yeah. Now it's all right. I could take, like you said, I could take my own money and invest in myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't need your mutual funds. I don't need your pension plans.
Yeah.
It's great. Don't get me wrong.
We can use the pension plan that we've seen in other business, and as you said, create it for what makes sense for you. What's the span that you're looking for to get this amount?
Right.
So we've learned from that generation. So as you said, it worked for them, but it's just not something that I would say is continue in working for other generations, but we've seen how we could change the way of work, the way of finance, the way of family stability, because we know that families need to be stable with finance, but not in a long run. We're not trying to wait until we're old and we're not capable of doing the things that we want to do. We want to do them actually now.
Need $1 million
right now.
Right now. Like,
Yeah,
Right now.
but listen, you know how many
Now.
people, you know how fast they making $1 million when they selling their feet? I seen somebody make one woman make $1 million and she
They
was
could
selling
do
her
it.
selling her bath water with the Cheerios
Yes.
in that
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's crazy. Like,
And it probably stink too.
and niggas
yeah.
buy it though.
No, listen.
Like,
Sure.
Just saying they'll go online and sell their feet, and their feet could stink. You wouldn't know because
you
it's
wanna know,
between you and the
'cause
screen.
wouldn't know.
Yeah, word. I'm about
Yeah,
to sell
so-
my feet.
And they got the monies. That's all that
Yeah,
matters.
yeah. Shout out to them that get in the bag. If you get in the
on.
bag for
Yeah,
that,
get-
keep
I'm
do
on.
you.
Keep doing it.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna try.
No face, no case either. What?
I'm selling my feet.
What? That's
Yo, if I get a
crazy.
bag off my feet, I'm telling y'all, it's me.
I'm telling y'all.
That's my shit. Y'all bought my shit.
No, but I mean, and right now we are in a world where people really just don't care what other people's opinions are. They're just doing exactly what they love, and I don't think anybody should. Whatever works
You don't think
for
anybody
you,
should what?
care
Oh, okay.
about other people's opinions on their way of making money. I feel like your way of making money is for you, and it works as long as it's taking care of your problems and what you need, and do your thing. You know, there was a lot of judgment on those people that made those decisions to switch over to OnlyFans and make their money, but people only see it as a sexual way of things
Right,
when
yeah.
people use OnlyFans for other things. And it's like, don't shut people down from making the money their way. Make your money. If it works for you, get that. You
Oh
know?
shit.
So,
Chino, what up, man? That's my cousin.
What's up,
Locked in
cuz?
tonight, man. What's good?
yes, yes.
That's crazy. I ain't never thought I'd see you up here, man. Damn. But what's up with you though? Everything
You know, I'm here. You know, once again, blessed. Turned 33 this year.
let's
You
go.
know, Pisces season.
It just happened.
Yeah, so February 22nd was my birthday. And you know, going in, I basically said this year will be my Jesus year. And, you know, only because of the number, but I didn't know I was going to be experiencing a lot of the Jesus ways of life. As in, basically going through people turning their backs on me. You got full-fledged embarrassments through people not knowing who you are and what you stand for. Just it's a lot of things where it's just like birthday and like things were just happening like this. It's like, oh, Jesus, yeah, I see. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still standing tall. I'm still here. I can't stop the things that I know my purpose in walks of life is. So I'm just going to, you know, do it the best that I can because I know this is his way, his reason of why I'm using my voice and being able to connect with all these people daily. But it's just to make sure that we can get these words out there because we understand the strength of our words. What comes out of our mouth comes with power. The things that we write down comes with power. Coming together as one comes with power. So it's a lot of things today where it's just like, I know what my power is. I just have to make sure that I'm utilizing it in the right way. I want to make sure that those people that it's for can get it. You know what I'm saying? So as being on a platform like this, a podcast, whoever my words or my energy touches or goes to is for you, you know? So that's basically what I've been doing. It's just making sure that I am using my mission correctly, because I know I'm here for a reason, and some people fall back on their mission that God put out there, and I know that my voice is it, and I'm just gonna continue doing what I have to do. You know?
I'm a firm believer on what you say to yourself, and like it affects you. I haven't got sick in 10 plus years.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'm ever gonna get sick.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Yeah.
And it's just something that my body believes at the same time. I could be in a room full of everybody with COVID. I guarantee you I won't go walk out with no COVID.
Yeah.
I just believe it, you know. And I had to, like, I've been recently going through like a little depression here and there.
Yeah.
Coming back and forth and being okay. Some days being not okay. The other days and going and stuff like that. So then I had to really tell myself like, yo, what's up with you? You all right? You good?
Yeah.
And I had to wake up.
You have to.
I had to wake up, and I told myself like I'm good. Last week, like I said, I apologized for not having it last week. Was my tooth. I took the medicine and like that. After that, I started telling myself I'm not in pain no more, and it went away.
It's mind over matter.
Mm-hmm.
It's how we interpret what it is going on for the day. Like if you really want to be down and out, you could be down and out. If you really want to be up in spirit, you could really be up in spirit. But it's a mind over matter. It's how you, as you said, talk to yourself about certain things. You have to actually talk to you. Some people don't even know how to talk to themselves. Talking to yourself is probably the most important thing you can really do because you make yourself understand the thing that needs to happen.
You answer yourself on his phone?
I do because it's, you know why? If I didn't get a chance to even say it out loud for me to hear it, then me saying it out loud to somebody else, I sound dumb. I sound stupid. You know what I'm saying? Because you never even got a chance to process the things that you're working in your mind. You know what I'm saying? We have to kind of talk it out so we can say, all right, that sounds good. I like the way how that. Oh, matter of fact, I sound mad dumb. I would never say that to anybody. I'm glad I said it to myself. So I could correct myself now, and now I can say the right things to whoever I need to say.
I do that same shit.
You know what I'm saying? I boost my own energy. I don't really need others to do it. I have to like kind of prepare myself. Like if I know I'm gonna be doing like a hosting of a showcase or something like that, and I know I'm nervous or whatever the case is, I'm not gonna psych myself to be nervous. I gotta psych myself to be great. I know I'm good. I know you're good. You can do this. Nah, we're not gonna even look at nobody on that type. Like I have to really talk myself through it, you know, because I'm the only person that know me, and that's what people gotta understand. You know you, so you can talk to you, you can answer you can hear you, and most of the times it may be God talking through you, and sometimes we just gotta hear it as in what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what? That message just came to my mind. Like, why? Something that you just needed to hear at the moment. Be by yourself. Being by yourself is when you actually hear the most of the message that you need, you know? So that's why even through the pandemic, when people got a chance to sit by themselves, got a chance to really look back in life and be like, damn, was I even doing shit right? Was I even talking to the right people? Did I care for myself? Ew, like, look at me. Now you got a chance to look in the mirror. Nigga is fat.
I was fat. My hair was mad long.
Hair nasty. Oh. But you get a chance to acknowledge you. Because when you're moving and you want it from somebody else, you don't even get the right answers. Because you got to see yourself. You got to answer yourself. You got to say, I'm not doing this right. I'm looking like this. I'm being lazy. You got to acknowledge your own wrongs. So, yeah, it's just one of those. One of those type of things. But once again, I do appreciate you guys having me here.
Anytime.
You know.
Of course.
And there's a few things that I did want to talk about. But I did want to reach out to a few people and...
Oh, that's for us, 100, a gold bar?
You know.
Willy Wonka.
Sometimes recently I've learned that writing is my power. And I was trying to run from writing. But I've understand that writing makes me stand on my word. Because I wrote it. I could look back in my book and say, you got to do what you said you wanted to do. Because you said it.
Wasn't you teaching the kids that?
What?
Like the vision, more like though. Didn't you say
About
something
your
about you
wording?
was about like writing shit down for the kids and then like this is what you're gonna do? Some type in school. Didn't you do something like that?
I probably did. I do a million things in
Yeah,
school.
yeah.
But writing is very important. So I've really been tapping into my writing. So I had wrote this the other day, but this is the intro that I felt that attached to the situation that I want to talk about.
Okay.
But hello, my name is Tanil, but I go by Queen. And this night, I would love to use my voice to be heard. Not only for me, but for those who chose not to, who is scared, who never had enough evidence, who is 6 feet under, who was told to simply shut up. I'm here today to stand 10 toes down for everyone that been through a problem. We all will get justice. We cannot all succeed if half of us are held back. So today, I will talk my truth. There was a situation that happened to me. This was actually on Women's Day, International Women's Day, which was March 8th. Ironically, how this happened to me on Women's Day. So I basically was preparing and helping someone that I thought was more of a business partner out with a fashion designer's rehearsal because the next day was going to be the big show. But at the same time, just knowing that I'm going to be with a lot of mothers, I'm going to be with a lot of models, I'm going to be with a lot of designers that are women, is the best time to celebrate us. And I just felt the need to just come out, give good energy, hype everyone up, let people know that this is a stepping stone in order for anybody to know exactly what they wanted to do in their life. If this is the beginning of their modeling career, the beginning of their designer career, the parents that's there, if this is the first time their children, I'm just giving them all of that motivation that tomorrow is going to be an amazing day. Brought out some champagne. I just felt like it was just, I don't know, something in me was just like celebrate the ladies, which I did. But once again, sometimes you could come in with an energy that people just don't understand. You could be very excited and very high in energy, but people will look at it and be like, but what's wrong with her? Or what does she do? Or they just may not understand, right? But I feel like that was the situation that was going on where one of the designers, which was a children's designer, he was the last one at the rehearsal. So that means all of the kids were still there, the parents were still there, and some other designers were still there. I got a chance to wrap up everything. This was basically the end. So I'm letting everybody know, get your beauty sleep, see you tomorrow. The designer that put the whole thing together, she was outside. The designer that works with the children, he was inside. I was folding clothes. He asks us a question, will there be clothes racks there tomorrow? And I would have never knew that would change my whole life. Him asking if there will be clothes racks tomorrow, and my answer was, well, with all the showcasing that or fashion shows that I've been around, most designers bring their own clothes racks. So I know for sure it will be none provided tomorrow. With that answer came with everything else, as in, this is why I don't work with Black people. This is why I don't do this, X, Y, and Z. Me, I'm just like, sir, I'm just answering your question. This is not even my event, but just answering. Most designers bring their own stuff. But something in him felt like I was the person in charge. Of course, with me answering the question would give the input that you must know what's going on, but instantly he wanted his money back. And that became a little weird to me because it was, I want my money back towards me. And it's just like, sir, I'm just helping out. I'm just helping out. I'm trying to build the energy.
What race was he?
He's black. He's a black male, 55 years old, older guy. And, you know, in my mind, I'm just like, whoa, I answered you, but I'm just helping out. This has nothing to do with me to ask me for money. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go outside and I'm going to go get the designer. So I'll be right back, sir. As I thought he was still sitting inside of the place, I exit the place to go get the designer. As I'm walking up to her to let her know what's going on, he's literally coming out the shop behind of me, like in a fast pace. I didn't know it till I turned around. As soon as I turned around, he's like, I want my money back. And now I'm just like, how am I being the person that you want the money back? So I'm letting her know, you got to fix something because this is a little bit crazy. Because now I feel like I'm just fully being attacked right now. And, you know, he didn't even get a chance for her to even talk much. But then hands started going up, as in, I need to know how to talk to a man. And I was just so confused. And I'm just like, you need to know how to talk to a woman. And that right there was the trigger. Hands went around my neck, squeezed me, dropped me. Off of a clothes rack now? Where are we going with this? Because even if you thought I was the lady in charge, this is how you handle your business as a business owner, as a children's designer. So instantly, I'm in full protected mode because now I'm being attacked. This is not something where you at a party, you seen something, you know, wilding up, and then you in the mix of it, and it's like, oh, you should have went home, or you was involved in some situation. This one was coming towards me without me even knowing. So now I'm getting up, and I'm trying to figure out, why am I being attacked? Instant cries, I'm crying, I'm mad, I'm puffed up, I'm upset. At the same time, we had a male designer that was out there, you know, trying to stop him. But how I'm looking at it, he's not a fighter, right? But at the same time, he was doing, you know, tracking him. He tried, you know, and he told him, move the fuck away from me before I fuck you up. And he moved away. After he moved away, he came to me, still antagonizing more, to the point where he's like, so what's up? Now he's ready to square up with me. I feel like he didn't see a woman. It's not one moment in that whole situation, because how fast everything happened. It's like he did not see a woman in me. There was nothing that said, let me slow down, let me stop and chill, because this is a lady. At no point. So even when he came in trying to fight, of course, now it's like either flee or fight. And everything in me was like, this man cannot take control over me. What is wrong? So of course, I'm just like, I don't know. Him just having his hands up, I'm gonna put my hands up too, because I don't know what's coming. I'm ready. You ready to put your hands on me?
Yeah, you on guard.
You know what I'm saying? So now we're already squaring up in the streets, and it just went from like people putting their hands up to literally it just felt like me and him was in the ring together, where I'm falling, he's knocking me down, I'm punching him, I'm knocking down on the floor. I felt like I fell down about 10 times, no lie. I got back up, and it just would not stop, because there's no way that you're feeling the strength to even do the things that you're doing. The only reason this man stopped is because his last punch was to my face, where now I'm bleeding. And I still got back up. The only thing that scared him away was my blood. That man would have continued doing what he was doing, in no way harm of this being a female. I am doing harm to this lady. You know what I'm saying? So
What the fuck?
I don't know how much people were out there to even see this happening, because I'm in tunnel vision. It's only me and him. But at the same time, with the two designers that was there that seen it, After me bleeding, I went back inside the spot. Oh, not to mention, he brought his 2 sisters there. Now, even bringing his 2 sisters was a little fishy to me. I don't know why I feel like this whole thing was like a setup. I don't know. But it just was weird of how things was happening. But his 2 older sisters were there. And even if he felt like I was being disrespectful inside the place, I feel like his sisters probably would have said something. Right? Like if I was coming out my like if I was coming out my face or being loud or saying anything that was devaluing a man or whatever, I feel like his sisters would have said something, right? But they didn't even know what was going on, where they came out at the time of me bleeding and to ask me what just happened. They seen the bleeding, they just didn't see that how it happened. But even with me going into the shop, getting the parents wiping me off, all the children see me bleeding, parents see me bleeding, they're helping me out, wiping my face. The 3 of them never came back in, never said anything of the reason of what happened, or even just to say, can I speak to the young lady because I don't want it to go to a different level of anything, you know? Nothing played out in no type of way that I was just like, but how is this happening to me? At the same time, with a situation like this, I'm at the point of how to teach more bystanders or people that witness harm to someone. What are the procedures? What are the steps to take? Are you going to call the ambulance? Are you going to call the police? Are you going to call someone? Are you just going to, what are the steps next to help the person you just seen in harm's way? So now I'm in full confusion on what to do next. I'm already lightheaded. This is the first time I'm even seeing, I don't even get in fights. So for this to be my first fight of a man putting his hands on me is crazy. So now I'm going to the hospital by myself. The next day I'm going to the police station by myself. And just to know that I went to this rehearsal to celebrate women, and women were there to see me go through what I went through, and none of them are here to help me. That one hurts more than the punch in the face. That one hurts more than the man coming to me asking me for money. It hurts me to know that these people that seen me still don't feel the need to help me. Because I don't know this man, they do. And that's the sad part, because now it's like, granted if you're scared, granted if you don't know what to do next, but in standing together when wrong is wrong, I'm just very confused on where do I stand with helping the community of females, because that hurt the most, because I literally went there to make sure that we are in good, one house, one love. We working together, we building together. And that turns around to backfire on me, where now this is where I have to use my voice to talk about. And, you know, all of these parents got a chance to go home to their kids and went on, did the fashion show the next day, like nothing ever happened. Like nothing ever happened. And it's only because I was able to get back up and, you know, even just the strength to get back up after that situation happened only makes me look like I'm okay. If I was down and out on the floor bleeding, maybe I would have got the service I need. But because I was able to have that strength to get back up, I just feel like everybody just, oh, she good. Let's sweep that under the table. It doesn't matter, you know? And it's just kind of sad. So even with me sharing this story, because once again, I am going to get justice for this. A lot of ladies go through these situations because they're scared. They don't know what is going to come after these situations, where is he going to come back? Is he going to harm me? Is he going to harm my family? Can I do my work? You know what I'm saying? But I cannot live my life through fear of no man but God. And that man does not fear me. He has changed my life in directions, but it could be for the good. Because me talking about this is for the change of our world. In order for us to know that there is still of these situations going on, I need to talk about it. In order for a woman to understand that it's okay to talk their truth, talk your testimony, in order for someone else to be saved or helped, that's what I want to do.
Like, you never know what somebody else ever is going through.
You don't know.
Stuff like that. Yeah.
You don't know.
I'm just gonna read a couple of things right now. Did no one smack that guy?
No.
Nobody
Nobody did anything.
Oh hell no. Hope you pressing charges.
I will be pressing charges.
How he just feels like so feeling like that. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Hope you're okay because it sounds traumatic.
It is very traumatic. Now, am I okay? I'm getting through.
You're okay as you're
my
gonna
okay. Because even when I do sleep, I still dream about it. Even when I'm in my quiet moments, I think about it. When I'm looking at my son, I'm thinking about situations. You know what I'm saying? I have yet to. I'm going to have to need physical. I'm going to have to need therapy for this, because this wasn't something that I was aware or tried to. I wasn't prepared for this. You know what I'm saying?
How could you though? It's not like you go, oh hey, I'm gonna go get beat up today.
Yeah,
like you can't get prepared for that. Like
it really was something where I already knew. Like, soon as it happened, I said, "Wow, this is going to change my life."
I have a question.
This is going to change my life.
Like, for when you, I appreciate you for sharing your
no
story.
problem. Yes.
Sorry to hate.
Yes. Thank you.
See, like when he first started, before you said that he hit you, right? He grabbed you by the neck,
Yes.
right? That was the first thing that happened, right? When he was talking to you, so now I'm thinking, because like I got kids,
Yes.
So now I wonder how he speaks to these kids. You know what I'm saying? Like,
or
now I wonder how he's approaching the situation with the kids in the family.
Yes.
Before even you said it, so my mind was going from A to B every time you was saying something as it changes.
Yes.
And I'm like, okay, so did you see him talking to the kids or anything?
No, before the situation happened, he was talking to the children, asking them about their size, do they like this outfit, so he is in full interaction with children. But for this to be the outcome at an event that has children, it's just like, you need to not be working with no children. I want to shut him down. My goal is to shut him down. But the thing is, he's moving ever since literally the next day. My man was moving like a fraud. You know, when somebody takes money from somebody and they shut down their page, or they delete the page, or they change the picture, or change how you direct who they are. And basically, he did that the next day. Deleted the biggest page, which was the children's brand. And then his personal page, he changed his picture to a hotel in Vegas. So it's like, he's moving like a fraud. Even when I looked up his business, Jiggy Kids is the brand. It has a name that's attached to it. Sent it to the cops, and that name is not even in the system. Now, is it his name? I may not even know, because I don't even know this man. But it would be very helpful if those who did can help me.
Step up.
Because this is not something we sweep under the rug. Your children was there. Your brand is there. All of this is here with this man. And
I mean, he assaulted you.
Assaulted me.
Like, it's gonna sound weird. I'm not gonna mean it like that, but like, I get it. I get the kids was there, but at this point in time, sorry, but whatever about the kids, you know what I'm saying? What about what happened to you in front of multiple people?
And that's what makes it scary. That's what makes it scary, because what if I never got a chance to get up off this floor? Who was going to tell my story? Was anybody going to tell my story?
Is anybody even going to validate your story?
Is anybody going to validate my story? And that's why I cannot be quiet today. There's a lot of people that wrote in my DMs like, Queen, brush it off. You good.
Nah.
bro, no, you don't got to talk about it no more, queen. Nah, just let it go. No, that's what they all did. And that's why there's so many others that continues to do the things that they're doing, is because everyone else brushes underneath the rug. And I just cannot. I just cannot.
I saw when you posted it the first time. And like I said, when we had a conversation before we started, while we were trying to get all the technical stuff covered, and before that.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, listen, like, yeah, we know each other for some time, but we're not close like that.
Yes.
And I was like, I saw it, and I was like, okay, cool. And then I saw it again. And then the other day, just out of the blue, something told me, just check up, right? And I was like, yo, and I didn't even say it. I said, listen, I saw it. I hope you're okay.
Yeah.
If you ever want to talk about it, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, it was just something like that. And I had no idea what it was. I actually didn't ask you what it was. I didn't ask her what it was, because I'm not the type of person to sit down and be like, oh, what's good? What's up? You want to? Like, if you're ready to talk about something like that, then you're more than welcome to talk to me. I know that he could piggyback on that and say you could talk to him and stuff like that. Like, we are here for you. And that is not okay.
Yes.
You know, and I have a 14-year-old daughter.
Yeah.
So me sitting there thinking, matter of fact, not even spoken to my 14-year-old daughter. My stepdaughter's 13. And she wants to do modeling. Her first modeling show, I went, like the pictures and all that shit, I went because I don't trust these dudes.
Yes.
I don't trust nobody with my kids.
You can't.
So it kind of puts a bad taste in my mouth at the end of the day, because
you
it's
don't
like,
know who's the ones that's around your children. You don't know who has any motive. Like, what's your real motive?
I sat down and spoke to the designer when I seen him. What are you putting her in?
Yeah.
Oh, she has this? No.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But more parents need to do that. And I don't know if any of y'all saw it yet, because I didn't see it yet.
Nickelodeon?
Yes.
Oh.
I didn't see it yet.
I'm telling you.
I didn't see. Did you see that?
That's a whole nother conversation.
Did you see it?
I'm
I
telling
I didn't see it yet, but that is the same type of thing. Like what I'm saying, it's like,
because you don't know who's around your children.
Oh shit, I gotta watch
You
it.
don't know who's around your children. It's scary. Watch who's around your children. Do not put them with just any and everybody. And the crazy thing is, my reason of why I quit my job is because I felt like I needed to be in a room to help these situations of safety, security, knowing who's actually here for support and love. And I was building that platform for models, parents, people to come to me so I could put together a package so it's safety. I could send you to this designer that I know. I could send you to this place that I know. Here's this fact. Every place that I will send is because it's trusted. It's understood. What's the reason for these people to be here? Today, without the format that I was trying to build, it's a scary world, because now who do you trust? I can't even trust the person that was calling me my business partner.
No, that's scary.
That's scary.
That's
scary, because you're gonna tell me that. I mean, it's so much different things. It's just like, you really do have to watch your kids. Watch who's even down to away from your kids. Watch who's really there for you, because you don't know who's really there for you, because they will have you go down and never be able to pick you back up. And they'll be the person to put you down. You know what I'm saying? So the world is scary. The things that I've been through so far has showed me to be more careful on the people, the decisions that I make, the sacrifice that I make. Because I was making a big sacrifice of quitting my job to start in the particular shop that this whole thing happened in. I still got stuff in there where it's like, I was ready, bringing things in to make the transition. That Monday was going to start me working. And this was me to build for women. This was me to build a safe place for parents, for models, for designers, basically for my women. And now it changes everything because it's like
but really, why does that really change your
I know
your perspective or your motive of it? Because doesn't it make it seem like you should do it more
I should.
than ever?
I should. But right now, let me see how I can put it.
Right now, you gotta get through something.
Right. I know my mission is to help the people. That is what I'm here for. That's why I use my voice. That's why I am who I am. You know what I'm saying? Because I can get the things that I need to get across. And it does slow down what I was going to do because I was only directing it to one particular. But I think it's a worldwide thing. And I mean, I don't want to say that I'm giving up on building that safe net that I was trying to build.
We're not gonna lie to you. We're not gonna let you give up on that.
I definitely can't.
It's not happening.
I can't.
They need a safe haven.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't gonna let you finich that.
Nah, I appreciate that too. You know, because it really did. When I say I went into a dark place so fast, I was just in such a high. I don't know, like everything was just basically happening in good ways. And that put me so far down. It is a climb to get back up, you know what I'm saying? Which I'm still climbing to get back up. And once again, using my voice right now, I know for sure it will touch somebody enough to even speak their truth, their testimony, their reason of why they continue going on in life, knowing that they had this struggle, they had this downfall. But that just, I guess that night itself, the people there, it just made me, like, I was really trying to help y'all, and y'all not trying to help me. It just becomes...
But are you surprised at that, though?
I was. Because these are parents that was always talking to me. These are parents that understood what I was trying to bring to the table. So for them, even from that particular night, to tell me that they were there to help me and stay. It's just like, who's here to protect the queen? It's just like, it becomes scary. Who's here to protect the queen? Because if I'm building these things for you guys to build more into your business and in your future, and you guys understood what it came with, then why not protect the one that's actually helping to build these things? I don't know. It's just like, who am I doing it for? But I knew, once again, my mind was only to those people that were there, even though I know way more where they actually do need me and my service, you know? So I don't want to say it like I'm done with the things that I've been putting out there. But it did slow me down a little bit until I get the full understanding again in my direction of my mission. Maybe it's not fully with the models. Maybe it's just in a different outlook. Like I said, with the talk show, it may just need to be with, not just with the safe haven of a particular group of people, but literally everyone as a whole. So, you know, quitting my job was the first step of everything that changes everything. But I knew that is a reason why I needed to quit my job. Even to be able to talk right now, I wouldn't have been able to do this right now, being on your platform. So, you know, everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. Maybe I didn't have much things to talk about before to be on the platform. But
you
today,
definitely did, though. You definitely did.
But today,
don't sell yourself short like that.
You're right.
I'm not letting
You're
you do that either.
You're right.
Do not sell yourself short
but,
like that.
You know, it probably needed to be a little bit more of attention.
To one thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need to be a little bit more specific on the audience that I need to gravitate to. So, once again, my reason of being on these platforms today is to get the message out there that these things are still happening. We need to sit down and talk to our loved ones and let them know that we need to be outside to spread love and support. That's all I really do. I don't even know how that man even felt anything other than love and support, because I haven't been anywhere where people felt a different vibe from me. He's like the first person that felt an attack vibe. Like, I need to attack this lady. It's like, I came in with support and love. I don't give anything but that. You know, so I know what I need to be doing, and I just cannot allow this to change me, even though I have to work on me, because there's a lot of things that did mentally change. But I know that my mission is for the people, and my mission is to speak and speak my truth. Nothing that I ever say is a lie, fabricated, anything. I only talk what I know, which is my truth. And, you know, there's going to be somebody that hears this message, that knows this man, that understands that this is just not something that we could tolerate, and we got to shut them down. We got to shut down businesses that are not here to service the community. We need to shut down people that are not seeing our future, which is our children, and understanding that we need to give them the great being the best role model for them. We cannot tell a man to be a man and you do the things that you do. That is not a man, that's a coward. And we don't need more of them to be out here. We already seeing all these other things. Females can't even tell a man no if they're asking for their number, because you're gonna be dead. You know?
Ooh, that's a.
It's just so many different things where we need to talk to. First, we need to sit down with our family, because anger, we don't even know what this man's trigger was. He could have had other mental problems. He could have had other traumas. Maybe I said something that triggered him trauma-wise, but I wouldn't know, because he hasn't got a chance to even sit down and talk and say, these are things that triggers me. Where I don't need to be around people until I fix these things in order to be the best man that I'm supposed to be.
Do you think anybody in that circle told him he was wrong?
No. No. I don't think anybody got in contact with this man. Even the ones that actually do know him. No.
I think that there's a lot to unpack. I mean, I just was just sitting here listening, just like soaking in all the information, and you know, thank you for just sharing the story. I just feel like, you know, to even have the strength to want to tell this story is just like remarkable, and I think explaining everything that happened the way that it happened in so much detail is going to help so many people, probably more than you could even imagine, because yes, that happened to you, and it's super unfortunate, and it's disgusting what he did, and there are people that sadly can relate to that.
Yeah.
Fact.
Yes.
Right? Like, there are people that are also going through that, that can't find the strength to speak to a loved one, let alone a podcast.
Yes.
Like, just to tell somebody who actually cares about
a friend,
you know, a friend, a family member, a mentor. Like, a lot of people don't even make it to that step. So
a lot of people don't even admit it to themselves.
Yes, they can't
that as
even
well.
acknowledge.
And I think, you know, that's number one. Number two, I think it's important that we just also acknowledge what he did was absolutely wrong, and there's no justification for what he did.
Yeah.
I don't care what trauma he might have been dealing with. I don't care what his day was like yesterday. For you to respond in the matter that you did, you're just absolutely wrong, and we have to make sure that's clear.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because there are going to be some people out there that be like, oh, well, he may have did this, or somebody may have done this to him before the event. None of that matters.
Oh, maybe he was on cocaine.
It don't matter. There's nothing to justify the actions of what that man did that day, period. He was wrong.
Yes.
He should be reprimanded for that and held to the fullest extent of the law. And I'm all fine with street justice, too.
Yes.
Facts.
Yes.
So I'm just... Hey, whatever happens, happens. But I feel like accountability needs to be had.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say after that? Yes, said that. And also I think, you know, it affects you. I also think it's important to have the conversation about how that affects not just you, even though you took the physical end of it, unfortunately, but what does that teach our community that was there that day? What does it teach the kids that saw that? What does it teach the women that saw that? What does that teach the men that saw that?
Yes.
I think that's the scary part, though.
Yes.
It is.
Because if, like, we might not know if anybody said anything to him. You believe that
Yes.
they didn't, right?
Yes.
But the people that was there, what if they did say something and they scared to say something, or like,
Or to tell me?
no, to tell him, like scared to say something to him
Yeah.
or do anything to him, or
I
like,
mean, that's how I'm really looking at it. I
Yeah,
mean,
like-
it was a whole bunch of women that was there.
yeah. But if they felt like,
They
what if that
just
was me
scared.
next? You
They
know what I'm saying?
scared.
It's a scary situation.
It is a scary situation.
And that may be a reason why they've like,
But standing for what's right is
Is right, yeah,
different.
yeah.
You know,
No, I agree.
and
I'm just trying to play the devil advocate for
even
them.
down to the care part, right? Hey, Queen, are you okay? Are you okay, Queen? I didn't even get that. You know, it was just wiped off the face. You good? And things went
Keep
back
moving?
to things went back to norm.
Nah.
The norm. All right, bye.
Did you stay?
Did I stay?
Yeah.
I was in the car, so I'm in the car now.
No, after you wiped your face.
So I wiped my face. I was about to leave. But something told me with the business partner, the vibe was a little different. How we was caring for each other, it instantly did a switch where I wasn't able to like kind of figure it out. But it was to the point where it was like, let me sit down and just gather just what the hell just happened to me. Like, I'm dizzy. So I sat around enough to be in the car for like an hour with nobody checking on me.
Excuse me?
Yeah, nobody checked on me. Still bleeding out my nose. I didn't stop bleeding till the next day. Okay? By the time they were done with everything, because it just literally, it's like a regular thing. Like, it was so weird. It was like if it was my ex-boyfriend and they knew I'd be fighting or something like that, where they don't have to check on me.
I love that you said that, right? Because it just feels to me that he's done this before.
He's done this. Oh, it was
In front of them.
And that's what people are saying. Has he done this
It seems
before? But they know him.
If I beat you up right now and then I beat you up again in front of my friends, they're not gonna say anything
Because they know that
because
that's
it already
what he
happened. To me, it seems like he has done this before in front of
This
the
is
people
what
who
people
was
are
there,
saying.
and they either they try to tell him and they scared, or they will never tell him because they're scared. But it seems to
getting
me
the
like
same
he
thing.
has done this before.
It's just a lot of weird stuff. Once again, it was just like bye, and I ended up staying to the end. But it was just as everything was happening one by one, like y'all are not even helping me. Ain't nobody really helped me. Wipe the blood is different, but help is a whole different step where I don't even feel it, and I literally left everyone to go by myself to the hospital. Still nobody said, no, I gotta go with Queen to the hospital. I seen her bleeding. I seen all the blood. Like, it just felt like it was no care.
You said 8th, right?
This was on Women's Day.
March 8th.
It was March 8th.
All right, it's almost 20 days and nobody reached out to you?
Still.
Get the fuck out of here.
Well, okay, but I have mixed emotions about that because these aren't people that you knew.
A business partner.
Well, outside of the business, I'm talking about like the people that were there that we're talking about.
All kind of.
Kind of knew you.
Kind of.
'Cause
I've done a few events with them already, with the parents and the children models. So the parents know me. They see me.
Okay.
They see me. I don't know.
So you're not a
this man.
stranger.
I'm not a stranger
Okay,
to them.
that's what I wanted to
am
make
not a
clear.
stranger to them.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay. Because the way it sounded to me, this event was the first time where you're meeting a lot of these people.
I'm meeting the first time with 2 designers that were there and a few models, but
Right.
the last models are the parents, which I know the parents.
Okay.
And I know their children,
Okay.
So it was just one of those, like,
And I think, okay, so now with that, right, I think part of it, sadly, is in New York, people turn
mind
the
your
other cheek.
business. Yeah.
Mind your business, right? I think part of it goes to that. And I think also, even though some of them may not be reaching out, the ones who have some type of empathy or sympathy may be willing to give information if spoken to one-on-one. Maybe.
I like that.
Maybe.
like that.
Some people may not have the thought,
Courage
like the
to-
courage,
yeah,
the thought, like, oh,
to
let me
come out and be like,
find
let me
her.
just hit her up.
Boom, boom, boom. This is first name, last name. I know him from. But maybe if you saw them one-on-one, like, and you just ask them like, yo, I'm trying to help rectify this situation.
Yeah.
Can you help me with giving some information? And some of them may say something.
Just to piggyback on that, maybe they might not know how you feel.
Oh no, they know how I feel because I've been posting everything. And
you have them on social media.
Yes,
also? Oh,
these people have me on social media. He's the only person that didn't have me on social media, and then me going to try to add him or see what's going on, it was already deleted. Everything is deleted. Everything is shut down. It's changed. But with the parents, with the models, now I had only the high school models that were still there. They're part of the children ones. They have reached out to me.
Okay.
Because they literally cannot believe what they seen.
There was no cameras?
All right, and then let's talk about the cameras. So I asked the business partner, these situations are going on. I need to have footage. Footage is the only thing that's going to back me up right now. I need to get the footage. Please send it. Hit me up when you get it. I didn't get hit back until Monday. So that's already 3 days. After 3 days, it's deleted.
Conveniently.
And I think the word is erased.
Erase. Done.
You said what?
I think the word is erased, not deleted. I think they erased it purposely.
Let me tell you, it doesn't matter who I go to and tell this story. Everybody's feel of it is the same exact way. Because it's just how ironic I asked for the footage and let her know how important this is. Because you guys did not call the cops, me going to the cops sounds like I don't have witness. There's no witness. Nobody called the cops. So then it doesn't sound like it was as big as it was. Nobody thought it was. These people know you? Right. Nobody called the cops? Okay. So because I don't have no, witness report, I need footage to show exactly what happened. Because y'all not going to talk up with me. That's the only way that this can be exactly what it is, if somebody else says it. I told her I need the footage. Monday, it was like, y'all fucked up. I should have got you the footage yesterday. So when I looked at it, it's gone.
She might be capping.
The same day, I go to the restaurant that's next door because it happened in front of the restaurant and it happened in front of the 99-cent store. I asked them. Something about him was a little off. When I say I still feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone, I don't even know what the fuck I got myself. I don't even know how this even happened and why I'm in it, but I'm in it. It's the fucking Twilight Zone because this shit doesn't make sense. So even when I went there, asked him for the footage, he said the same thing. 3 days, it gets erased. I'm like, what the hell? We sat in the car for a little bit. She was in the shop. She came out the shop into the restaurant, but looking in. Went to the corner store and looked in.
Who's this at this point?
This is the business partner. Something about this whole thing doesn't feel right. It don't feel right.
There's a question for you here too. That why stay after the madness took place, and what exactly was you looking for after you felt nobody cared?
So I sat in the car, really to gather my thoughts. I was already shaking. I called a cab. She already told me, your jacket is in the car. I was like, you know what my jacket is? Went in there. Of course, I'm calling people, my family. They trying to, what's going on? I'm telling them what's going on. Wiping my nose. I'm bleeding. But I'm in a place where I'm just trying to gather my thoughts. So within an hour of me calling and try to figure out what's the next steps, just what I need to do, by that hour, maybe it wasn't a full hour, but it was a very long time. By that time, she came back into the car.
Time probably stopped at that point.
She came back in the car, but with her coming into the car was like if it was a regular old day. It was like it was a regular old day, past the spliff. Wait, what? What we doing? Matter of fact, what am I doing? I need to get out this car and go to the hospital. Because I'm not understanding even that part. Queen, what you want to do? What's the next? What we need to do? That's what I was looking for. I think I was looking for my peoples to stand up with me. What the fuck is going on? That part. Like, Queen, nah, I can't believe this happened. What you want to do? What you want to do? What you want to do? Do you want me to call my peoples? You want to go to the hospital? You want to call a cop?
Should never took
trying
that
to get
long,
this man?
Should never took that
Like,
long.
it should have been asked
Immediately.
in that type of way.
It should have
where
been
it
asked
kind of
immediately.
triggered me to know, wait, bitch, get the fuck away from these people. These people do not give a fuck about you. Go take yourself to the hospital, which I did. I'm at the hospital at 12 o'clock at night to 4 o'clock in the morning. You think anybody even hit me to say, Queen, which hospital you in? I need to come see you because I still can't believe this happened. Queen, I'm putting something together as you, something. But I did not feel that help. And it was just, once again, it becomes scary when people actually did see you in harm and nobody feels like it was serious.
So yeah, bleeding face was the proof. Why not call the police on the spot? Like, why didn't you feel like you needed to?
I didn't have my phone at the time because I didn't even know any of this was even going to go on. So I went outside to call her about what's going on. The whole fight happens. I go back in to flush off my face. Everybody's in the bathroom flushing. I have no phone. I have nothing. Literally, when I see my blood, I panic because I've never seen my own blood like that. So I'm panicking. I'm shaking. I'm losing blood. It was to the point where I just need to sit down. If I had my phone, by the time I got in the car, I asked her, can you get my bag and my stuff from in there? Gave it to me. That's when I called my family to let them know what happened. As I'm sitting in the car, that's when I get the chance to even put the two. Shit is just weird right now.
Yeah, I think it's, in hindsight, it's easier to say the cops, like it's easier to say you should have been the one to call the cops, but again, we have to keep into consideration you're still in aftershock of so you're not even thinking logically on like, okay, how am I gonna make sure that this guy pays for what he like? You're just thinking of, you're still in survival mode. So it's like, all right, how do I stop the bleeding? How do I take care of myself? How do I calm down? How do I get my body? Yeah, like how do I get my equilibrium back? Like you're just still going through all the motions of what just transpired.
Yes,
so I think that should have been somebody else's. Whoever was in charge of the event should have been the one to call the cops. And that makes me wonder, for that hour that you were in the car, was the guy still at the event?
I wouldn't even know what was really going on because they were standing out in the street, like on the sidewalk, but it didn't look like urgency. It didn't look like...
It just
was, oh my God. When I say it just literally was just like, whatever. Like, I swear I'm looking at it like, what did I do? Did I start this fight?
Do you have a...
Regardless, it doesn't matter.
Like, why do I feel like it's like, ignore what happened?
Do you have a like a piece of you that feel like nobody's gonna believe this? Like, because nobody was gonna say something or even try to like give you any type of help.
I mean, who I've been talking to, I don't think I say anything that sounds like a lie.
No, I agree.
So I think everybody believes what I'm saying. And this is why I need to speak my truth, because how many other people that is in that industry that I'm trying to work with that may not have my Instagram or these things, and they're hearing it from these people in a certain way that they're hearing it. You know what I'm saying? So
this is not the first time he did this.
That's why I just need to speak my truth. Cameras wasn't there. Well, cameras were there to see what happened, but now we don't have the proof of that. So now my voice has to be the only way of truth. There's nobody else that's going to speak about it.
Well, all right. So when it comes to the footage, is it the people who own the venue who are saying the footage isn't there?
Or them, the restaurant?
Or is it the people that like hosted the event? Because I would assume those are two different people.
So the person that put together the rehearsal, that's her shop.
Okay.
So she was supposed to get the footage from her shop. That part.
And not only them, that's her shop.
Yes.
She probably knows the restaurant owner.
She
probably knows the 99-cent store.
So boom, I asked her on the phone if I could get the footage. She tells me, No, the same day that she called me to say that she fucked up, she didn't get the footage. I'm like, okay, so there's nobody else around it that has cameras? She said, nobody else has cameras. Nobody else has cameras. Something told me, call my brother, get him to pick me up, drive me over there. And there's cameras.
Are there any like city cameras out there?
There is the street camera. There's the NYPD street one, the big one, but it's across the street.
It's possible that they saw.
It's very, very.
But
it's
as long as you
place.
put listen, hey, what is the worst thing that can happen in that case? Is yes or no? You know what I'm saying? Like, they got it or they don't. You know what I'm saying? I would tell them to look
so
at it.
When I told the cops about it, I just let them know what was in the area. But they didn't really say much about that NYPD. It doesn't seem like it would do, like, even where it's at, I don't think it's gonna do any justice for me. There's the one that's looking this way, but it looks like it's the ticket camera that takes tickets.
It's the red light camera?
The red light camera.
Or the speed camera, either
one of those, yeah. So it really wasn't much out there to help. It was much out there to help.
They're just not helping.
She just didn't contact them in the right particular time. I would have wanted to see it because she was outside. I would have been like, hold on, I need to see what happened inside because my business partner got attacked. That should have been the next thing that she wanted to see. 3 days in, you still didn't want to see what happened to me?
I think you got to get away from people.
No, I do. And I already understood that's not who I want to be around. I cannot do business with people that don't see it as I need to be there to make everything safe. Like I'm building with you. So I need to make sure that you're good. How can I build or continue the things that we've been building if you're not good? That means you didn't really care about anything that we was building, you know? That's how I really look at it. And I don't know, it's so much that I'm kind of glad it happened in a certain way because once again, I quit my job to do things there. Wow. I quit my job, which I didn't need to quit. But I just felt the need to do more in servicing and helping. And that happened, you know. And I was going to do it with these people. So everything happens the way I was supposed to. And you just got to be more careful on who you pick as your business partner. So
what's your relationship with the business partner?
There's no relationship.
Crazy. None.
There's none. Yeah. The last thing she wrote, I didn't even get a chance to open it. Was this? Y'all want to hear this?
Of course.
The last thing she wrote, and I didn't get a chance to open, was that she is not a devilish spirited person, so she will be giving this man back his money. How?
Can I say something, Taylor? Wow. Nah, you know what? I'm not gonna go crazy right now because we had a great show.
She's not.
That's what gives it the stamp on the queen. Continue doing what you doing, because those who don't service you, you don't give them no energy.
I was about to say
no
something crazy.
Light, no nothing. After that shows me everything. Anybody that's attached can stay because it becomes. It becomes too much. As I said, you just got to be careful on who you pick to be your business partner.
I was about to say something.
Relationship, anything in your space. Those who become in your space, you have to be careful.
I was about to go crazy right now, and I looked. I was like, let me not say nothing wild.
And I was going to say something crazy too, but you know what's so
crazy?
You're lucky
I don't address you because I don't know who you are.
The power of not picking up your phone. Does even more, because a person has to reread their message, reread your message.
I'm gonna tell you something also about her next to me. She has to remind me this because I forgot. We was outside one day, and she was with her family and whatever like that, and they was chilling. I don't remember because I know I'll be lit.
It was a lit night,
but. We couldn't get in. We was chilling, I was like, yo, pull up. We went outside. We popped the bottle. We chilled with the family. We chilled in front of the building, just
That's it.
vibed out. Like, that's the type of person that you have been to me.
Yes.
I can't say what you are to anybody else. That's not my business, right? But to me, knowing you and meeting you and then knowing you and not having to talk to you for probably months or whatever like that, you have never changed,
Never changed.
So the personality that you have and everything like that, like I know for a fact, 100% fact, that you did not start that or you did not deserve that, or you like
Not at all.
because, like I said, like we chilled outside, we was vibing, we was and you like a really really down to earth person, which is. And like I told you before it even came as one, I was like, yo, you can do this.
Yes.
You should be doing this
Yes.
because you like people open up to you and you can talk. So he was just a dick.
He was a dick.
Right. And I'm trying to like not say nothing crazy today. But shit's gonna turn out in your favor.
Yes, it will. Yes, it will.
He's gonna get his just due.
Yes.
And we're gonna figure something out. I don't know if you want to put the name out there. I don't know if you should.
Brand is Jiggy Kids. We need to make sure our parents, our people in our community knows the name. This is a New York brand. He has been circulating through the fashion district. His brand name is Jiggy Kids. I don't know who this man is, but whoever you feel is attached to this, that needs to know this message, tag them.
Right.
Send it to them.
Right.
Know who your children are attached to.
You good?
This is what we need to know. So.
Oh shit. We might have an emergency.
Yeah. But once again, I appreciate y'all even having this platform for me to even speak this. So
yes.
Thank you so much, guys.
We're gonna have you back on.
Let's do that.
Whenever you're ready.
Yeah.
Next week we have a guest. If you free the next week after that, please let me know.
Gotcha.
We gotta get out of here.
Yes.
We love y'all. See y'all later. Bye.